start with market activity. Certainly slowing down, but we're still seeing investors showing interest in the FMCG companies. I mean, what's your take on market activity right now?
Basically, Uche, this is the first year since maybe about 2007 that we've actually seen the market for the third quarter rally. Now, from about 2008 to 2011, what we've seen is usually July to December, the market is usually negative.
Right.
Now, this is the first time that we're actually seeing your market from July 1st to date, your market has done about 22%. So we're actually seeing a lot of activity. However, because normally we usually expect a lot of activity about the second or third week in December, but that is usually the case because the market has slowed down previously. Now, because in this case the market has rallied, we're almost certain that we're likely still going to see a further slowdown in activity. We're seeing increased participation in the FCMG sector, largely because they are defensive stocks. So basically, irrespective of whatever the state of your economy, they certainly provide very, very good cash flows and very, very good dividends, and they don't have the volatility that stocks in your banking sector would.
Right, Boyega, but let's talk about some of the major issues going on over the Nigerian Stock Exchange right now. Of course, the stock brokers forbearance package, we're hearing that they may be rejecting it. I'd certainly like to get your take on that. And also there's some discussion around the effect on some of these, the reduction of some of these transaction fees will have on the Ministry of Finance going forward. What is your take on this?
First of all, with reference to reduction in fees, it's a very good development. On average, I was doing certain calculations yesterday, and I realized that on every 1 million, you save about, when you're buying, you're saving about 1,500. When you're selling, you're saving about 1,800. That doesn't look like much. But if you look at it in terms of hundreds of millions or billions of naira worth of transaction, it becomes a substantial amount of money. So it's a very, very good development. Ideally, it should go well for the market going forward. It should increase activity going into next year. And it's still a concerted effect by the Federal Ministry of Finance and the Nigerian Stock Exchange to reduce transaction costs. So that's that. But with reference to the forbearance, the Federal Ministry announced that 2 days ago. That has been the Federal Ministry of Finance's position. We haven't seen AMCON come out with providing any clarity regarding that. Now, from what I gather, the brokers that have rejected it are in a minority.
I mean, the question is, are they too stringent when we look at some of these sanctions?
Well, it's too early to say what they've actually said. There's certain positions that they've outlined. For instance, you have to limit your exposures, your net capital exposure to less than 100%. You're not allowed to run proprietary accounts for a specific period in time. For certain brokers, yes, because of the challenging times we exist in, yes, they might appear stringent. But like I said, it's still too early to say. AMCON hasn't specifically come out with a position, so.
Right. Very quickly, what's your outlook definitely for the market as we go through the weekend?
Well,
very quickly.
Very quickly. The market should slow down, really. Right. I don't really see a lot of activity happening.
Slow activity
it's still going
going
slow.
forward.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Boyega. Unfortunately, we didn't have much time there, but thank you so much for joining us. Adeboyega Olatunde, he is the MD at Primera Africa Securities.